This is a reading for my previous video that gave a 3-picker card. This is for reading card A. If you haven't looked at the cards, pop back onto my profile and have a look at my other videos. There is a video on there that gives you these 3 cards, A, B and C, or you can just sit and have a look at this for a few minutes and go find the other videos on my profile. So if you chose card A, this is the Hierophant. This card is bringing you the energy of learning and educating yourself, but in quite an interesting way. It's about understanding an aspect of your subconscious. So within this, there's something going on with you this week that's going to be a lesson that you have to learn. Maybe you're trying to incorporate something into your life. It's quite a very spiritually connected card as well. It is the counterpart of the High Priestess, which brings in the intuition side. So I'm going to go for the fact that you're going to have a very, very deep spiritual lesson to learn, or you are going through the process of learning something that is pulling you towards that spiritual side of yourself to express that aspect of your personality. And it's going to involve educating yourself, it's going to involve learning. The lessons will definitely be popping up, so look out for that this week. Also with this, I'm feeling that there is definitely a connection with potentially somebody within your life that presents as quite authoritative, that kind of when they go for something they get the job done, but sometimes they don't necessarily go about it in a way that you would. And I have a feeling it kind of rubs you up the wrong way, is what I want to say. And if this person is presented to you in this week, then watch out for it. There is a learning lesson within this for you to kind of learn about yourself. It's more about embodying a little bit of that energy, because I'm getting the feeling with this, you are on a bit of a spiritual path to learn about yourself, really deep within, and you're really curious about it, you are learning about it. So this has been presented that there is aspects of this person, there's aspects in every person that we meet. If we dislike somebody for a certain quality, it's usually something that, you know, we hold as something that we wouldn't be ourselves. But then there's an amount of jealousy because, you know, if somebody is really assertive and they get things done and what have you, and if you're not particularly assertive person, it's going to maybe just rub you up the wrong way, the people that are very assertive, because it's quite dominating. And then there is that aspect of the jealousy that jumps in and goes, I wish I could be more like that, but then feeling it very uncomfortable to step into that because it's a quality that you don't particularly prioritise over other qualities, probably such as giving and kindness and empathy. So there is a lesson here to step into those bits of shadow of ourselves, and the people that present are mirrors. So when there's a person that's presenting and you can see that there's a mirror there and there's a strong emotion, there's always really, really good learning lessons here and education about yourself. So watch out for this week, and I hope you enjoyed that reading. Also, if you do wish to save this and come back to it later on in the week and see how wonderfully it lines up with your life, I'm sure you will find it very interesting. Blessed be. This is a pick a card reading, and it is for card B. And if you haven't seen the first video that I did, you can go back to my profile and have a look. I have 3 cards set out. You need to take a minute and sit with those and see which cards you feel drawn to, but this one is for card B. So here we have the Chariot. The Chariot is quite an interesting card because there's lots of different aspects for it, like there is every card. But the ones that have been drawn to me today, for this week's energy, if you've been drawn to this card, is the fact that you've got your mind really kind of set and your willpower is kind of pushing you towards a direction. Sometimes I feel like you tend to maybe wobble a little bit on your self-confidence in terms of making that decision and allowing your willpower to push you forward for it. So this card is coming as a reminder that when you come across bumps in the road and there's possible things that are going to pull you off course, try and stay focused, keep determined, and believe in yourself is one of the bigger messages coming through this card. Believe that you have what it takes to achieve the goals that you're setting for yourself. If you're setting these goals for yourself in terms of self-improvement, or you're going for a new job, or you're trying to find out who exactly it is you are by trying different things and trying to figure out what it is that you love in the world and things to learn about yourself, keep going with this and really believe that you can get there. And that little voice that comes and tells you, oh no you can't, or oh this is hard work, oh gosh, this is a bit of a hurdle to jump over, you do have that willpower. Embody those moments in your life when you have had so much drive and you are focused and you've achieved it. So if you can, go back over different scenarios in your life where you felt full of power, full of energy, and you have made things happen. And it's like the universe has worked with you and you have manifested exactly where you were going and you've made it come to fruition. This is what that card is telling you need to really embody here. And I really do feel that those bumps in the road sometimes can create a little bit of fear and self-doubt. So don't let them. That is the main thing here. Do not let those bumps in the road sway you off course. Keep focused, because the power that you have within you is immense. Because when you're driven from a place of passion and love, there is almost nothing that you can't achieve. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you want to save it and look back on it at the end of the week to see how it's played out, I'm sure you'll find that interesting. Blessed be. This is a pick a card reading for the previous video that I did, where I have the 3 cards laid out like shown. If you want to go back to that video if you haven't already seen it, but this is for reading C, for card C. So here we have the Moon. The Moon, I love this card. I get so connected to this card. It's got an incredible depth to it. So I always like to explain with this card, the moon, the light is an illusion. So the sun is reflecting onto the moon. And with that, straight away is jumping in for me is there is some distance between 2 aspects of yourself. So there's the conscious side of you, which we all are aware of the thoughts and thought processes and feelings that we have. But there's also some subconscious things going on that are creating an illusion. I almost want to say it's like you're in a phase of mass transformation, because there's a transformation with the moon. You're in a phase of mass transformation, and it's about understanding this week. There's something going to show up that's going to help you understand how to connect the subconscious and conscious and understand yourself and the illusions that your thought processes are creating. So we all have different things going on underneath, and every decision that we make is powered by all sorts of different other things going on subconsciously. And I feel like with this, like I said, there's the transformation there, a big transformation, and it's going to help you really blossom into something this week. So there's going to be some really profound experiences and some interactions with people that help you look at different things within you that are being triggered. And I want you to say, don't hold back on anything that is part of who you are. Be genuinely, authentically you, because that is where you are going to get the most growth, and you are going to touch the most people. You are going to create the deepest connections, because we can all put on the sort of front that we feel expected of us, or that people kind of want us to be. And sometimes that's great, but we're not being true to ourselves when we're doing that. Sometimes being raw and vulnerable is the way to go with people, because that touches people on a different level, but it also creates like a vortex of energy where we can really start connecting in at a deeper level and have a soul understanding. is what I'm getting through here. It's a soul understanding, this card. And it is going to pull those people to you that you really need in your life and that really need you in your life. We all have had life experiences that is completely like fundamental to our makeup of our personality. And sometimes we've been through those situations and we've got through the other side and we can help others. But then on the flip side, the situations we're going through, that other people have been through, and this creates such a beautiful learning, bonding experience, and it helps lift a shadow sometimes on us. And I think that's what this is really about. It's about understanding those subconscious and conscious patterns and how they link, to be vulnerable and share with the right people to create those deep connections and bring in some beautiful, beautiful growth here. I hope you enjoyed this reading this week. If you wish to save it and look back on how this has actually played out in your week, then please do so. And blessed be.